Welcome everyone viewing the show. We extend a happy, prosperous, and healthy New Year 2024 to all of you. From all the hosts on our team, we would like to thank you and express our appreciation for all the support you have given to us last year. We could not have done it without you. We hope you will continue on the journey with us this year and spread the word to all of your social media friends. Let's make this the best year yet for everyone. Now let's get this started.
All right, brothers.
What's going on?
PC.
What's going on, my brother?
Was good.
The best brothers on the internet. Best, most knowledgeable brothers on the internet. What's up?
Hey,
My man.
we good. We good.
What's
How about you, sir?
All right, family. Who we got out there? Run them down for me, Q and Kenny.
Number one stunner, Margaret Nick in the house. How you doing,
Number one
Margaret Nick?
stunner,
Miss
Margaret
Sharon
Nick.
Henry in the house. How you doing, Sharon? Good to see you as well. And as you guys come on,
Vanessa
we're
Turner.
gonna give you all a shout out. Vanessa Turner, what's going on, Nessa? Hey,
Nessa!
Nessa has some good ideas. She got some good ideas for us, man. We're going to talk about those later on. Tell them, Nessa. You got some good
NASA!
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
cool. Love
Okay,
that.
Mimi Lee.
Mimi Lee. What's going on, Mimi?
Where we at? Sophia?
Indeed.
Sophia, all right. What's up, Sophia? All right. Definitely the good Margaret Nick. Definitely good Margaret Nick.
Yes.
Who else we got? Hey, family, look.
Mimi.
Audience,
Yeah, I like that.
y'all like Kenny's hat, audience, ladies and gentlemen too, that's viewing. Y'all like Kenny's hat? Because we thought it was dope when he jumped on tonight. What y'all think of Kenny's hat, man?
Stylish. She looks stylish.
We try to have a different one every week.
Uh-huh.
Big.
Darlene Collins, what's up, Darlene? Welcome back.
Darlene, what's going on, DC?
Mm-hmm.
Good to have you with us, Darlene Collins.
Hope y'all enjoyed the pastor last week. We was on our best behavior, even though we had fun.
Yeah, we was keeping it.
Yeah.
It was a good show, though. We had a good time. Definitely had a good time.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
He
sure.
enjoyed himself too, man. He enjoyed himself, and he said he'll come back. He will definitely come back.
Shout outs to Kenny's hat. Margaret Nick said it looks good, baby. It looks good.
Thank you, Margaret.
Yeah. So look, we have a return to the four of us tonight, and we got a nice little show lined up for you tonight. Some very interesting health segment, feature segment, like we always do. It kind of goes in line with some of the resolutions that some folks are making, but it's also a trick or a tactic that could be used, and it's a reason why a lot of people don't have success with diets and things of that nature, or don't get results, let me put it that way. It's a key component to making sure that you can get great results. So you don't want to miss that segment of the show tonight, okay? So, and then we got a very interesting, socially speaking tonight. It's going to be heated. Let me just say that. It's going to be heated.
That's all I'm going to say. It's going to get heated.
Yeah. So y'all get ready to talk, get ready to chat, get your fingers loose so that you can type in your comments, right, Kenny?
We be ready for you. We're waiting for you, the most live and interactive audience on the internet.
No doubt, brother. And
We definitely have to input on this one.
remind them of our viewing options and things of that nature that they can partake in and share to their families.
Most definitely. You can definitely check us on Facebook or YouTube. And please like, share, and also call somebody and tell them, jump on the line, man. Night Brothers is on and popping, baby. Just hit them up.
Call somebody on. Call somebody on.
Subscribe, hit the bell if you're on YouTube. Make sure you get the 411 when we jump back on. They'll just ring that bell for you. Like, come check for us. But
no doubt.
Also, please text in and let us know what you think, because your opinion is everything on this show. You are part of this show, for real. And you know where you are. It's the Light Brothers show. Where healthy is the new sexy, and we need your sexy comments. So let's get our sexy on. Peace and love.
What you said? Oh, we need the sexy comments. Oh, did you go there? On?
That's right. We gotta have them sexy comments, man. So join right in the chat. You know where we at. So thank you. Me. I see you on point right now. Peace and love. My whole girl, Miss Queen. Also Pam Williams, Armand Wallace. We want to salute you and appreciate you. Thank you for your donations, because that's the best nation, the donation. So, hit us up on King Dizzle.
No doubt.
1113, or you can use the scan, your QR code right here. Just type in your questions, comments, please. Stay plugged in, and we're here for you.
All right, Q. It's definitely on you, brother.
Yes, sir. Before we do that, though, I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Gregory Harris. Welcome to the show, Miss Rosie Grant. How you doing, Rosie? Good to have you here. Once Darlene Collins and some others jumped on board in the last couple of minutes, we're just glad to have you guys here. And you guys are so loyal week after week, and we appreciate it. But listen, what we got on tap tonight? We got a couple of nice segments for you tonight. In our future segment, we're going to be talking about detoxifying the body. When you should do it and how you should do it. And this is important information. It may not sound exciting, but you'll be surprised at what a big difference just following some of these can make for you. Then, for our second segment tonight, our second night frosty beverage tonight, we're going to talk about a hot one. And now, socially speaking, we're going to talk about the Cat Williams. Our take on the Cat Williams Shay interview. We haven't had a chance to cover it yet, and we want your feedback. What do you feel about what was done and what was said, and whether there's some truth to this? So we're going to cover it from every aspect after we look at a short clip of it. And then finally, guys, we got to get back to this drink. We're going to talk about NFL Super Bowl appearances. We're down to a few teams left. Who's going to make them, guys? We want to know. We want to remove all hate from the game and give here and now what you really think is going to happen. The Final Four is here. Back to you, Lenny.
All right, no doubt, brother, no doubt. Sound good to me, Q. Sound really good to me.
Oh, yeah, boy, you see the Ravens still up there, though, baby. Still alive.
Yeah, boy.
I told you.
Yeah, somebody missed it, but we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, there are a few missing from this.
We're not going to talk about that.
Well, socially speaking, y'all, as Q said last week, last segment, a couple screens ago. Let me get my shiznick together over this bija. Let me, as he said, how about that? As he spoke about just recently, it's time to talk about the Cat Williams thing now. I know the story's been out about a week, 2 weeks now, but we've been off the air or had other shows going on where we didn't have a socially speaking, but we definitely been thinking about it. And so we want to opine on it tonight. We're going to examine the controversial appearance of Cat Williams appearing on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast. A lot of people, it's broke the internet basically. I mean, everybody's been talking about this all over the place. Even Saturday Night Live did a funny skit on it over the weekend. The Night Brothers want to chime in on it. We want y'all to chime in on it with us. And did Cat truly expose not just to some of the people he talked about, but the entertainment industry? So what's fact? What's fiction? What's real? What's not? It's no way we could play the entire interview because That joint was how long, Q? That was long, wasn't it?
Change.
2 hours.
2 hours and almost,
Right.
almost 3 hours.
Now let me ask you this before we get into the video. Have you ever watched the Shay Shay show? I mean, any of y'all ever watched that before?
Brand new, man. It's brand new.
It's brand new?
It's a relatively new show. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
They've
look.
had a lot of shows. They've had a lot of shows. This was the first show I watched.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. You know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is? Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. But I'm not scared of being the competition. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team. They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't. All of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my in front of all my people at my agency. I told him no, what y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian, but in my face, no, no, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted. If you sign up for their program, you get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never do an interview. Listen, in 20 years, won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose.
Do you consider yourself a king of comedy? Where did Kevin?
No, they consider that.
Oh,
like when after Bernie left, them same 3 guys I'm telling you about, the kings.
Yeah.
Right? Because DL is the greatest.
Yeah.
No DL slander gets tolerated. But they came to me. I was supposed to be the 4th king. I got the offer.
Then what happened?
But I turned it down.
Why?
Because you shit on Bernie. And I know the truth. You think I'm gonna let you shit on Bernie and then come get me? I'm the next king? Fuck you. Why? Because the whole time Bernie was here, you was acting like you was funnier than him. The reason you was supposed to go last is because it was your tour. Tell the truth. It was Steve's tour. Not it was going to be called the Kings of Comedy. It was Steve's tour. These are the guys opening for him. Of course you got to close if it's your tour. That's why it was such a big deal. But you couldn't do it because you can't beat the best. And until you humble yourself, you will forever be kinged by the king. And because you finally did it, because you had no other choice, and now that he gone, you gonna act like he wanted to be a movie star. You stop it. You stop it. That man was funnier than all of y'all, and y'all thought y'all had one over on him. You thought he was black and ugly, and you were good looking, and he couldn't make it, because you did. And that ain't the way comedy works.
All right, y'all. Let's talk about Cat. Look with these audience. Let me just throw some up because some people are already going in already. And good evening to you, Mr. Carla Clark Owens. Let me get my screen right. But some people are already going in on some of the things that he said. And I just want to get a couple of them up on the screen real fast if I can get everything together here. Kenya, Midlife Simmer says, Cat made a whole joke about Shannon Sharpe and his manhood. Kenya, he said so many things. I can't even keep up with all the different things he said. And that's why we're talking about it tonight. because some of y'all may think of some things or know of some things you saw on there that I just can't even remember because he went in so much on it. So, but we're gonna ask a few questions. But when we ask these questions, we want y'all to also chime in on them. 777 Productions says Shannon Sharp on some weird stuff too. What grown man names the show Club Shay Shay? Now I think
Shannon starts with an S-H-A and Sharp starts with an S-H-A.
That's funny though.
Go with.
That's funny though.
But I thought the same thing. We're like Shay Shay, come on, for real. You about 600 pounds.
Yeah, yeah, got more muscles than Shaquille O'Neal or something, you know. But but anyway, we're gonna go in on it. What else did Kenya say? She said before we get too heated in this. Absolutely, he exposed it all. Cat has been exposing the entertainment industry for years, but what I find is that after the Cassie exposing Diddy, people are starting to pay attention. We're gonna dive into that, Kenya. Very good point. But let's dive into some of the questions. I'm gonna throw questions on the screens for my panel, and y'all feel free to answer them and chime in as you may wish, audience as well. Q, we're gonna start off with you. Because these are some things I found out that you did some research on, and Cat Williams said that he chose the Shay Shay platform for his expose because he could safely come on that show and tell the truth, and that this will unravel many others to share secrets that they have seen in the entertainment industry. So, Q, based on that information, I have the question for you, and it's more opinionated. Like I said, we all here to have fun tonight and talk about. What do you think prompted Cat to go in on everybody that he exposed him? What was his reasoning behind this barrage? I mean, a huge barrage of people he talked about in the industry and the secrets that are held.
Well, actually, I think there are multiple reasons for this, and this story has a lot of layers to it. It really does, because the way we're looking at it in our community, he went in on other black people, but he went in on some white folks too, some powerful white folks as well. Harvey Firestein, Joe Rogan, and many others. He went after them as well. So it just wasn't within our community that these bombs were being thrown. And that really goes to say that it goes into the ethics of Hollywood as a whole, the entertainment industry as a whole. And there's a lot of stuff floating around. I mean, some stuff that we touched on lightly about the Diddy stuff that somebody talked about, and some of the sexual things that have been going on there within the industry. So it goes into, just like I said, the ethics of the industry as a whole. And it also goes into the controversy, the psychology of controversy. Controversy can be a good and bad thing within the industry. It can put eyeballs on the industry. It can be thought-provoking. It can do so many things. Humans we're just drawn into controversy. Controversy draws us in. As you see, we're talking about this right now. So that plays a part of it. And that means increased visibility as well. Like I said, more eyeballs mean more ratings. More ratings mean more revenue. So all of these things are a part of the mix. But ultimately, I think that there are some things that were just on his chest. And he wanted to get them out. And he chose this platform to do so.
Good points. And Kenya chimes in. She's going in hard like Cat. She's rolling. But she said that she watched the Tasha K interview when he interviewed Hazel E. and Cat's ex-girlfriend, and said much of what he said. And I watched it on Club Shay Shay. She said also she was saying that he was right about if you take a look at some of the weird looking faced wives and you just think about a lot of what he's saying, it makes sense. And then she also attested to slightly what you saying, that top it off, there are many other entertainers and comedians, to be specific, that have attested to what Cat said. And it seems to be like people are rolling out with information. I've been watching on YouTube like almost a daily occurrence, Arden and Kenny, of somebody rolling out something that said, Yeah, I got this video. Fitz Sin said something on. He got a video of somebody that he rolled out. I'm just saying. So, look, it's like one of these stories that you can't be neutral. You're just taking a side. You know what I mean? But anyway.
It's kind of opening the floodgates to other people saying what things that have kind of been hidden for such a long time. And now that stuff is coming to the light of day.
Yep, no doubt.
It's funny that people think it's been hidden, but you know, the business that we're talking about has been a dirty business. It's been all about what they talked about. Everybody, you know, you can't forget they talked about the casting couch for decades. So, you know, people are just really kind of saying what they've been saying. Now it's just catching traction, though. That's the big thing.
No doubt. Rosie said that Cat said Steve was never homeless. I heard that on the show too. I heard some feedback and comments on that. Because he portrays that as part of his story, you know, when he's on he's on some of the talk shows, when he's talking to the audience, motivationally speaking, he does little things in between the commercials. Anyway, Kenny, who's up next? Kenny, I think it's you. So, Kenny, look, based on this information,
I can't wait.
I'm posing a question based on some information, and I just want you to chime in on this aspect of it, and then any other thing else you want after that. But Cat Williams talked about the industry forcing many black actors and comedians to, at some point, portray a woman's role, to wear women's clothing in their careers. But he refused to accept this long history of such behavior forced on not just black comedians and artists, but a lot of folks. And so my follow-up question to you, Kenny, is that does Cat have a point that accepting these roles, which many of his peers have, has a societal effect on the feminization of the black man's culture? Because
I'm going to answer the second.
Hold on. Truth be known, Usher about to do the Super Bowl. He gonna wear a skirt. So let me take it from there, and you can go now. Go ahead. What you think?
Come on, son.
I lied to you not. He about to wear a skirt in his halftime performance. That's what's been shown. Anyway, go ahead, Kenny.
First of all, I'm going to answer the second question first. Does it have a societal effect on the feminization of black men in our culture? I'm going to say no. Hell no. These people all the greats have done it. And I'm not saying it's something that I would, hey, that's something you have to do to be a successful black actor. But Martin Lawrence, Jamie Foxx, Chris Rock, the Wayans brothers, Miguel Nunez, Flip Wilson started this. If y'all remember, Flip Wilson started this as Geraldine. Mm-hmm. Who remembers that?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
Yep.
I do.
So they all have done it, and they have done it for various reasons. I mean, it boosted their careers. Some, it may have hurt their careers, but they did it because that was what needed to be done at that time. I think what Cat Williams is doing, and I love Cat Williams before y'all call me a hater. I love Cat Williams. I think he's one of the funniest guys ever. But all he did is what's being done each and every day by all these sports shows and this, that, and the third. He created controversy. And we all know controversy sells. Now, he's viral and all this is going on. God knows what he's going to make on it. God knows what this is setting him up for future endeavors. So I'm not going to hate on Cat Williams. I respect what he's saying. He's in the industry. We're not. He knows more than we do, more than we ever know. But damn, come on, bro. They all have done it, and they've done it for the same reason, to make money.
I think Q has a follow-up for you, Kenny. Do you have a follow-up for Kenny or a rebuttal? Or
I just want to make a comment on that. And this is not about black man and the black man's culture. We can go back in time. We can go back to, if y'all remember Tom Hanks, he used to be on a show called Bosom Buddies, where him and another guy played females. They lived in a female hotel. They had to play female. You go back to Robin Williams, one of his greatest roles, Mrs. Doubtfire. He played a woman, and so on and so forth. So this is not only in black culture. This is something that's gone on through the entertainment industry. So I can't say this is just a black. Now, do I like it? That doesn't mean that I like it. I don't. I can't say I like it, but it has gone into other cultures as well. That's all I want to say.
But to touch on, thank you for making my point. He had created controversy. Controversy sells. And I'm not mad at him. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But that's all he's doing.
Kenya says one of the other reasons he chose the platform was to right the wrong of Cedric the Entertainer and the things that he said in the beginning of the interview. And we're going to talk about that too, Kenya, because he said that Cedric stole one of his main jokes. I saw a very interesting follow-up to somebody that analyzed. It was a behavioral psychologist that analyzes behavior. So he analyzes like hand movements, how you talk to your hands and how your facial expressions is, and crossing your arms indicates certain hidden, unspoken languages to validate whether you're speaking truths or lies. And when he broke it down, he said, man, he said Cat's behavior, his body, his mannerisms was on point. And when he analyzed Cedric responding to it, I mean, it was not good. But anyway, it's just so many elements to this. Anyway, King also said it takes one to open Pandora's box, but we have to be careful of what we take in because everything is not true. That is always 3 or 4 sides to the story.
And Steve Harvey opened for them. He introduced each and every one of them. That was the original plan. I don't really know what he's talking about, Steve having his own segment, whatever. I really don't get it. I think he just created controversy. I'm not mad at him. I'm not hating. But he created controversy. Controversy sells. It's that simple. To me, that's my opinion.
I think he told the truth in reference to what he was saying about Steve is Steve stole jokes. And there were other comedians that even came out right after this and kind of went down the line and he had snatched a couple of theirs too. So yeah. But I mean, on the male situation, there's one thing that a few white comics have been asked to play or offered roles to play women, but every successful black male comic and other actors have been offered that situation. So it's a little bit different when you start talking about, the experience in black males in comedy. Check my background for me, Al.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And I do have a question for you too. And like I said, it's no way we can cover this whole story because the interview was so long and he just went in on so many different things. It was massive. I mean, they might be talking about this in June. Anyway, Cat is documented. Now, most people don't know this, and I didn't know this till Q brought it to my attention. But Cat Williams is documented to have an IQ level that is near the genius range. How many in the audience knew that? He began reading at 3 years old, speaking 3 different languages even at that age. Left his home when he was 13, moved to Florida, emancipated himself, and was a street vendor. So the guy got street savviness and book knowledge if he has an IQ of this nature. So my question to you, Arden, because I've seen some people come back that he talked about, having some type of say-so on the internet or on YouTube or not, but ain't none of them really go hard at him. It makes me wonder, Arden, does his intelligence and wit make those that he exposed think twice about responding? What say you, brother?
Well, I'm going to tell you, people have responded, but what they haven't said is that he was outright lying. I've listened to quite a few people talking, point after point after point. They said a lot. They tried to tweak the facts and, maybe it was a little bit like this. But nobody said he's a lion's you know what I mean? This lion. No, nobody said that. So the bottom, that's really the bottom line. Because if people felt like he was lying, you would have heard person after person after person say he was lying. I just think that, one, they stepped, a couple of people that he talked about were on Shay Shay's show before that. And Shay Shay let them talk whatever they talk. So when he sat down and spoke to those people, he didn't just speak to certain people out of the blue. He just didn't pull them out and say, yeah, I'm going to talk about these people. No, a lot of them had said something about him. So he was addressing the point. and it kept on going, and he just had some stuff to get off. But generally, he's always been the guy that spoke out and said what was going on in the industry, and that's why he was compelled to do business like he did, and he did it very smartly and worked his own business. And I would say for a lot of people, if you haven't looked at the interview and you have an opinion on this or that, look at the interview before you start talking about it, because he lays out his life. He talks about what Lenny talked about, how he grew up. Shay asked him a bunch of questions about that. But when it's all said and done, he was saying that, I'm coming out here to let people know and tell the truth. And
no doubt.
He came out, and a lot of people, nobody said he was lying. That's all I'm saying. And that's what I looked at. People's response was, nah, he ain't lying. And then, the people he was talking about, a lot of stuff was out about a lot of those people.
No doubt. I like something that Nessa said. I'm gonna go back to it for a second. She said, "Darkness only exists but for a short time."
I love that.
If it's not true, it's nothing to worry about. And you know what? We can split that. We can split that so many different ways. We can split that from the perspective of the people that he talked about. They're saying, "I ain't gonna worry about it." Or we can split it from the perspective, or look at it from the perspective that Cat ain't worrying about it. He's just saying what he living. Kenya says that too. He making controversy, but she said he been talking like this for years. You know who else talks like this to a certain degree? You watch Eddie Griffin, I think that's the comedian.
Yeah, Eddie Griffin.
He and another, what's the old guy named Q? I forgot. He was one of the pioneers. Paul Mooney was another one.
Yeah, Paul Mooney.
If you want to go, all the way back to what's Joe Madison's boy on?
The first.
First
comedian, first comedian to be able to tell jokes standing up.
Yeah,
not shucking jive.
Yep. Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, let me say, she said, "Q, absolutely Q. Let's talk about Robin Williams and Mrs. Doubtfire." Mrs. Doubtfire. I remember that. And Kenya also, Kenya's making great points tonight. This is why we have to take everything in stride of what people say, because Cat has stolen jokes and everyone steals jokes. Might be. I don't know. I haven't followed him that much.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Larger percent of what he said was true. That's what I found. I sat and watched the whole thing.
Probably is, but it's controversial. And he's gonna bring it up with controversial.
Yep. I do want to speak a little bit about the question I asked you. Let me say, X Hazel East said that one of his smartest people she's ever met. So the guy must be a genius. I mean, he must be borderline genius.
Oh, he's very.
They're sitting here drinking though too. You know what I mean? So, I mean, some people can handle it liquor and they get more wiser when they drink, Kenny. I don't know.
Well, I think you gotta have that.
Let me tell you something. Let me give you a couple seconds, Lenny. Midlife Simmer, she did bring up a point. She said, if you can find it, she said that he's not creating controversy. Maybe I said that wrong. He's not. But this has been a controversial subject for quite some time. But what he's doing is elaborating on controversy self. It's still the same point. So she was absolutely right.
Yeah.
Right.
I heard somebody say that, was it Cat that they were talking about? That Cat will go to some of these, like, I guess he's like heavy into the club scene, Q, as far as I'm talking about the comedian club scene. And that like I remember Earthquake or the other fat dude, I forgot it. He's funny as hell too, but they said that, somebody said, hey, Cat Williams is at your show tonight. Next thing you know, somebody bringing them up $1,000 or something, said this is a gift from one of the comedians in the audience, and that Cat has done this numerous times to people and has helped numerous other artists out along his way. So I don't know. It's just a lot of different ways to think about it.
That's true, because
I believe what he said. Yes.
And he said that actually the guy that was on Blackish, he said he finished the set, he killed it. And then a woman walked up to him and just handed him an envelope, and he was like, he turned around, she was walking away. He looked at it, he said $1,000 in that joint. And then another comedian told him that, you know, Cat was in the building, and somebody came and a woman walked over to him and gave him an envelope of $1,000. He said, "Oh wow, that's what happened to me." He said, "Was Cat in the house?" He said, "He was in there early." He said, "I didn't know he was still there." But he
I'm
was
sorry.
just bless somebody, knowing that they wasn't gonna get paid that night, and he would bless them with $1,000. He talked about it on the interview, but then to hear other comedians after the interview talk about how they got blessed like that, you know what I mean? He always said, he said, "Look, if I make a certain amount of money, I'm gonna donate 10% of that in that city that night or that time while he's in that city." So
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of his ways to give him back. So
I
mean,
think he's a proud, true at heart comedian, Art, and takes his craft as being a professional craftsman, because he proudly spoke of, "I've done over 10 100 city tours or 15 100 cities tours." So he's like on the road constantly, and I think he thinks the true art of the profession is to be out there on the stage and giving it to the audience, because you can't bullshit the audience when you're out there. Right. It's live, it's real, and it's interaction, and you get instant feedback on how you're doing when you're out there. You follow what I'm saying, Kenny? It's almost like sports in a sense. Agree.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You played good as you did. I want to read a couple comments and let's opine on them, because 777 says, and I think that's Eshep. He said, "I see what you mean, Uncle Q. Whites have been subjected to it, as well as the insemination of black men through the industry, but definitely far more enforced with us." He is. I'm just saying, he's on point. And then he says, "I never seen a white man wear a skirt at the Super Bowl."
I hope this is not true, man. I hope this is not true.
Hey, look. I don't know. I don't know if it is or not, but that's what I heard, and I heard that Usher was going to wear a skirt, or has been seen wearing a skirt, and then he was going to do this at the Super Bowl or something of it. I don't know. I don't know. That's
what they say. What they've been saying about it.
Yep.
Go ahead.
One point I did want to point about Cat Williams is that, man, people don't know Cat is really a guy with a great heart, a big heart. I don't know if people realize that Cat has adopted over 6 children that he has raised.
7.
He's raised
7
adopted children, man. 7. Excuse me, I meant to say 7. 7 adopted children. So, you know, he's a person with a big heart, you know. So, I got a lot to say. That says a lot about him as a person.
Here go your boy. Truth be told, here he is. This is what they're talking about. Now he got Patty Boys on. He got little loafers on.
Yeah,
he got a girl's jacket on, and it looked like he going to to a
grade school,
private school or something. What the hell, Usher? Is this Q? I got a question. Q, I got a question. Is this his confession?
Well, I tell you,
is this Usher's confession? I want to know, audience. I want to know. Is this is my confession?
I like how you did that.
I don't know, man. Anyway,
let me tell you what.
My wife said,
"There are a lot of NBA players that have worn skirts to Westbrook, and all of them have worn skirts to their injuries." So, as you know.
Okay.
Huh? What you say, Kenny? Huh?
A lot of NBA players have worn skirts when they're walking through their entrance. Westbrook.
They're calling it fashion now. They're calling it fashion, Kenny. They call it.
Hey, look, that make it right because somebody else wore it. What your mother tell you?
No.
If they jumped off the bridge.
My wife says she read. My wife says she read that what's dad, Cat dad is a scientist, mom is a doctor. I guess that's where he might get some of his skills from. He did not get along with his father. That's the reason why he left home, as well as the reason why he adopted the kids that he had, because he had to leave his siblings and never wanted to see that. Was another great comment. I think
I would say watch the interview. If you hadn't watched the interview, watch the interview for yourself. Don't let everybody make an opinion of what you.
Love what Kyra
Right.
says. Love what Kyra's saying right here, Arden and Q. A drunken
Yeah,
mind speaks a lot of
sometimes-
sober tone.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Good
But I don't
point.
think he threw anything out there he didn't want to throw out there. But you're right. It make it a little smoother to come on out.
Now Shay Shay has a liqueur, if I'm not a liquor, right, Kenny and Shannon
Yes,
Sharp, and that's what they
cognac.
would drink. And
So
so part of that,
Exactly.
it's part of the routine is that he invites people on and they sit down and sip. Is that how this thing works?
And drink. That's true.
promotes
And
social
Midnight
as well.
Simmer said something. Liquor doesn't smarten a person. That's true. But liquor relaxes you. Liquor makes you more able, more willing to speak what's really on your mind. I think Kyra Snowden Brown said it when she said liquid courage. That's exactly what it is. Liquid courage.
Yeah. All right, look, y'all. Interesting subject. Definitely want to chime in on a couple of things. People say he doesn't worry about being broke or wild or not. He said he was broke 4 times. 776. Of course, his goal is to destroy us blacks. That has been the number one goal since day one. And that's my concern aspect of it, Kenya, is that the portrayal of the feminization of the man, of the man as a whole, but we just seem so much more prone to want to be noticed and seen and just wanting acceptance that we'll just buy into any damn thing. You know what I mean? That's my concern. And that somebody said LeBron had a skirt on. Well, a lot could be said about LeBron. I ain't gonna say that tonight, but I ain't going there, all people. Let me see. If you check out what it says, if you check out the Boondocks,
Kyra said, we ain't good, but we still good. All right, Kyra.
right. She got some points. But anyway, look, great subject, y'all. I've watched the interview in snips 100 times. I'm on YouTube day and night. Yeah, it's all over YouTube. I mean, y'all check it out.
Without question, it's all on the internet. Indeed. I'm saying if you hadn't seen it and people talking to you about it, you might want to see it for yourself. That's all.
How about Jimmy Butler? He looked like Edgar Allan Poe for about a month. Kenny say Jimmy Butler looked like Edgar Allan Poe, but we ain't. Oh my God! All right, y'all, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
Good subject, man. Very good subject. Yeah, very good subject.
Look, we wanted to talk about one of the unknown facts about stunning your results in a lot of different ways. Health results, but definitely if you're trying to lose weight or even maintain or manage weight, one of the true it's a lot of little things that you got to do preparatory if you really want to kind of hit some goals. And one of the things that, because you could dive into the gym all day, and a lot of people don't even know that diet and exercise is an 80-20 rule, which means it's 80% diet and 20% exercise. You can exercise, 20 hours a day and might not lose no weight if your diet is out of whack. But another one of those things that go right along with that information, Kenya said, me and 776 could do that all night. Yeah, y'all got deep minds, Kenya. You and 777, y'all have deep minds and you're very thought-provoking, your statements. Conversation has always been great with you, Kenya. Dr. Michael says, greetings to everybody. Greeting to you, Dr. Michael, as well. Thank you for joining the podcast tonight. Somebody said he actually thought LeBron was an AI. Okay. We going there. That might be our next show, AI. But we might have to bring you and Kenya on one night, Eshep, and just talk the minds of YouTube. We're just going to explore the mind. Y'all two minds. And that just it might be a mental health show. I don't know, for all of us. Who knows? Might be a check on us. But anyway, we wanted to talk about detoxification because what many don't know, like I say, the 80-20 rule is many little things like that in the health world. Knowing when and how to rid your body of toxins, because if you don't detox every so often, and fasting is a natural method of doing that, but there's other more intense ways of doing that as well. There could be subtle ways and more intense ways, and we just want to explore one of them tonight. We're going to take a look at this video real fast. We're going to come back on the other side and break it down, but this is no doubt one of the reasons why you might not be having success, or your success is very slow and limited. Okay, so let's take a look at video from Jonah So, her official video. This is all her credit. She talks about detoxing
Hey,
and
it's
water.
Jonah here. If you have been experiencing constipation, bloating, gas, headache, fatigue, aches, low energy, bad breath, or food cravings regularly, well, these are some signs that your body may be toxic overload. A healthy digestion is essential for your body to absorb all the good nutrients and eliminate the waste that we don't need. These detox drinks will help kickstart your metabolism, burn fat, reduce bloating, and as a result, you'll have a flatter belly. All you have to do is add all the ingredients into a glass, chill in the fridge for a couple of hours or overnight, and enjoy. Cucumbers are diuretics, which will cleanse the liver, flush out bodily toxins, and prevent water retention. The acids in lemon juice helps slow down the digestion process, which increases nutrient absorption. Better nutrient absorption means less bloating. Mint has an antimicrobial properties which can be used to support oral health, giving you fresh breath. Green tea is known as a superb fat burner. It increases the body's fat-burning ability, curbs appetite, and reduces cravings. Apple cider vinegar keeps the body strong by helping the body to maintain a healthy alkaline pH level. So this drink can help to increase metabolism and speed up weight loss. Apples are extremely rich in antioxidants and they are delicious. Cinnamon manages blood sugar levels, reduce sugar cravings, so you won't be munching on those sugary treats. Ginger will help flush out toxins in the colon, liver, and other organs, which supports the entire digestive process. It also reduces the accumulation of fat, especially fat that is stored around the belly. If you want to, you can also add a teaspoon of honey or maple syrup into the mixture. Stir and enjoy it chilled. You can steep the mixture for another 2 to 3 more times before it loses its taste. So consume these detox drinks on a regular basis for a healthy digestion. These drinks will promote a more active metabolism and help burn fat more easily. But remember guys, you won't magically lose weight just by drinking these and do nothing. You will still need to maintain an active lifestyle and eat a well-balanced diet. So try these detox drinks, drink them every day, and let me know which is your favorite in the comments below. Be sure to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for a lot more healthy recipes and also workout videos. Do also turn on your notification button so that you will get notified every time I upload a new video. All the best.
Shout outs to Jonah Soho on her YouTube channel. Mad subscribers, mad everything. Woman been out there for a minute doing some things. Having a little technical difficulties. So I think we're gonna just move on to the next screen if we can here. But Kenya says she must be toxic. Let me see if I can get that. All right, Kenny, there you go. You up, brother? You up, Kenny? I'm gonna step in for Kenny. We're not physicians, not doctors. So the show is not providing medical advice in any situation for any ailment. So if you have a medical condition, I would say strongly suggest that you seek a professional, a healthcare provider, somebody that can give you some professional advice before you attempt anything that we show on this show when it comes to respect of talking about health and all of that type of stuff. So, but anyway, Arden, we're gonna start off with you, brother, on this whole situation with. Oh man, we have some technicals, but it'll catch up with
I had difficulty. My thing blanked out.
So, Arden, no problem, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
Want you to talk about. Can you just talk about what signs of your body being you might have what they call toxicity overload is what the termination.
You can really tell. One, your biggest organ tells you a lot of times, and that's your skin. Basically, you can have brain fog. You get basically you can't move your bowels, you get constipated. All of these things let you know if you don't have a lot of energy. All of this shows you that you are really toxic. A lot of times you'll see it right in the cheeks. You see people's cheeks getting really dark. You'll see it across the forehead. Your eyes will tell you. Also muscle aches, irritability. If you can't sleep, insomnia is a sign. So certain things, you really need to look at doing a really deep detox. This right here, what we're talking about today, is something that you should just do on an ongoing basis, to constantly kind of try to cleanse your body at the same time. So these drinks, will really benefit, just over time. Ginger should be always a part of your diet. Peppermint, those type of drinks should be a part of your diet on a regular basis. It can definitely help your digestive system and helps you burn fat, eases digestion, eliminates waste, reduces bloating, and more importantly, it curbs cravings. And a lot of times that's just chemicals that's just pulling at you. So you want to detox. It's almost like everybody, does their seasonal cleaning for your house. Most people will clean their house 4 times a year extensively. It's very important that you do the same thing with your body.
No doubt.
Detoxify in depth.
Midlife Simmer says. Yeah, go ahead. Read that. No, go ahead.
Okay. Midlife Simmer says, I must be toxic, overloaded. For the first time in years, I have been having cravings, and my salt is in what's that?
Satiety, I think she's saying.
Society. Okay, got you.
It's way off. So she's
okay. Now I see. Maybe if I stop with this vodka, I'll be good. But I'm serious. Yeah, this vodka might help. You know what I mean? Because the funny thing about it is that's the first thing you got to burn off before you burn off anything else with alcohol.
Yeah,
so
doubt.
You might need to cause just because, or might not.
Cause just to be cause.
But violate in moderation.
Moderation violation. Q, coming your way.
You know it.
Coming your way, Q. She talked about some steps and everything. Can you kind of just like, for those that might have missed it, what steps? Because it seems pretty easy to do.
Yeah, it's really pretty simple, and everybody can do this. I mean, it's as simple as getting a cucumber, slicing up some, 6 or 7 slices of cucumber, adding some mint to that, and some slices of lemon. But the key is to let the water chill for a little bit. Overnight would be the real best thing would be to let it chill overnight, but you can at least for a few hours, so it has a chance to have an effect on the water. And in doing so, I mean, it really does some great things for the body. Cucumbers are direct; they can help clean the body. And lemon, it flushes out all those toxins, those impurities that are in the body. And lemon will slow the digestion process, which means that it gives the nutrients a chance to be absorbed by the body. And you want as many nutrients to be good nutrients to be absorbed by the body as possible.
Yeah, I see a
that's
lot
why
of people,
I
see a lot of people
Yeah.
with like slices of lemon and water or slices of
Yes.
cucumber and water. She just combined, kind of made some drinks that were designed to do a certain effect. That's what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the
Good
key,
inf-
like I said, let them marinate in that water for a little bit first before drinking. That really
Yes.
helps. And it can help. It can help with that bloating. You know, and that's the drink mix that you want to use.
And that's what Kenya said she's doing. She's resetting herself, Q. She said that in a statement.
Hey, well, get
And
that
you know,
milk thistle.
the thing about mint, the thing about mint can help in a couple of different ways. It can help because sometimes when you're toxic like that, it can cause bad breath, even bad breath. And mint can help with
Let me
that
ask you
bad
this, Q. Let me ask you this, because this is
Yeah.
almost with anything. This is not just an ordinary. Y'all can all chime in, but this is unscripted. But is it good to detox and change things up? Because even if you do the best habits all the time, can't your body still get stale or lose effectiveness of certain things?
I would say absolutely, brother. And that's why a detox, pardon me saying, a detox ever so often, it's like changing the oil in a car. That's the way I like to look at it. You know, sometimes you have to change oil in the car. Well, the same thing with the detox. It helps you to, clean. The same way you got to change that oil, that detox will help you clean up your body a little bit. Naturally, you want to add to that?
No, I mean, you're absolutely right. You're talking about food going down if you could look at it like a pipe. If things get coated around that, even if it's good things that get coated around the side of that pipe, it starts to get smaller and smaller, and you want to cleanse that off of it. Because depending on where you're talking about in your colon, whether it's your larger or smaller intestine, coming out from those walls are like gateways that's taking nutrients to certain parts of your body, certain organs. So if those things get covered and get coated and it can't get that out, then you have things that have a problem because it's not getting the nutrients that it needs, a certain place. So it's very important that, that your colon and your digestive tract is clean so it works optimally.
Yeah, and Kenya believes that as well. She says she believes that our bodies become immune to the same thing for long periods of time. So you gotta muscle confusion. Muscle confusion was an exercise. The whole thesis behind our exercise program that was famous some years ago. I forgot the name of it. Was it PX90 or something? Something to some P90X or whatever they were. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Anyway, Kenny, you next up on deck, my brother. Kenny, talk
My
about
brother.
one of those recipes that she threw out there. Could you talk about that fat burner one she had and the mixture of elements that she had in that one?
Yes, a mixture of green tea, ACV, mint, and water. Green tea, as we all know, increases the body's fat-burning ability and curbs your appetite. That's a big thing there, curbing your appetite. ACV maintains a strong body by keeping a healthy alkaline and pH level. Overall, this drink will speed up your metabolism. The key word phrase in here is speeding up your metabolism. What goes in has to come out. For me, personally, I've been saying this since I've been on this show as a co-host, 100% cranberry juice, slices of lemon, and water. That works for me. I go to the bathroom within an hour of the same time every day, every morning. That's
Wow.
what works for me. You have to find something that works for you. And I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it would work, but I was given this recipe. It works for me.
And regularity is a huge component
Regularity
of
is
detox. Because if it
so-
ain't coming out you, that's when the toxicity starts setting into your
Man,
body.
when I was in the food service thing, I seen the guy came in and he was ripped, muscle bound, and he ate fast food like 3 or 4 times a week. And I said something to him, I'm like, bro, you look good, but you eat fast food 3 or 4 times a week. He said, Kenny, remember this: what goes in must come out.
Absolutely,
It's
absolutely,
that simple.
absolutely.
It's that simple. And the curbing, the drink about curbing cravings, the detox drink with the cinnamon,
Yeah, that was this one.
Antioxidant.
That was this one
Yeah.
right here. Talk about that one, Ken.
Right. An antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-diabetic, heart disease lowering compound. Me personally, I've tried it. I have a taste for cinnamon, and then I don't. But this is proven to help reduce everything that I just said. But for me, I reside on my 100% cranberry juice, slices of lemon, and water. That what works for me. You gotta
Q.
find something that works for you.
Q,
Know
I
your
want you to
body.
chime in. I want you to chime in, Q, because I think you and I had this conversation about cinnamon and how cinnamon is like a stimulant for movement, and it can really help your GI tract to give movement. Yes. Can you chime in on that?
Yes, a lot of people have issues with constipation and things of that nature, and using cinnamon and adding cinnamon to the diet can help with that. It can help ease that constipation so that you're able to eliminate a lot easier. And cinnamon can be used in so many different ways. And I know Arden, you should be chiming in on this because Arden is a big proponent of cinnamon as well. Arden, if you could just add your 2 cents worth in it as well, you would.
I mean, really, y'all hit it. I mean, for real, I would just say that it definitely. The other piece that it helps is if you have sugar and you're dealing with a sugar issue, it helps to subside or minimize the spike if you're eating something. So it's definitely good. I mean, all the way around, I'm a cinnamon fan, but you guys definitely did it justice, indeed.
Kirsten said it out in Cabo, St. Luque. No, they're really in La Paz, Mexico, but they're coming back this way soon, I heard. She said they love cranberries. It sounds great, and they'd like to drink Dr. Miller's Detox tea.
Yep.
It's an amazing. So I'm gonna throw that back on. Dr. Miller's Detox. Kirsten, maybe you send us some information about that. And she also has a product that they huh?
I asked Kirsten when they're coming back this way. I know they're coming back this way soon, sometime soon.
Yeah, and Mimi said, "Hey, beautiful, talking to you, Kirsten Ali. We all met in Cabo St. Lucas over the summer. Had a great time together. Just a wonderful couple. Her and her little son Rico. Yes, sir. Rico growing up too. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. But Kenny, anything that can kind of help what you were saying, create your concoction. You don't have to use exactly what the lady Joanna showed in the video, but just get something that works for you to help. First of all, because if it's staying in you, you're not gonna get your body's not gonna get detoxified. It's
bad. And this is just my recommendation. I missed the disclaimer. Like I said, we are not physicians. We are not recommending anything without your physician. But for me, it's 100% cranberry juice, not just the regular cranberry juice that's loaded with sugar off the shelf.
Great point, Kenny. Great point, Kenny. Great point, brother.
Fresh lemon and water. Not just grab any cranberry juice from 7-Eleven or wherever. No, that's not what I'm saying. 100% cranberry juice. Read the labels.
Right. That is a huge point that you're making, Kenny. Hey, look, we got to do it. We got to do it. I hate to do it.
Real quick, Ken, Lenny.
Love it, bro. Love it.
Go ahead, Ard.
Just a few things. I mean, I know we can get the plan, but this is really like for people's lives. As far as this detox piece is real heavy. I mean, like even looking at your herbal teas, like dandelion root, is believed to help with sugar diabetes. It supports your kidney function. Milk thistle, especially if you drink milk thistle, is something very good for you to take because it helps support your liver health. Cilantro, which is huge, it helps to eliminate heavy metals from the body, and we're getting those heavy metals in from everywhere. Most people are going places and they're cooking in aluminum. That aluminum is going directly into your food. It's really important to try to get that metal out of your body. Turmeric, anti-inflammatory. You've heard from that.
Absolutely.
Heard that, about that from here also. That also helps your liver function. Ginger, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. Peppermint. We talked about peppermint. But these herbal teas you can utilize as herbal teas. You can put this in your food. if you continue to eat and drink like that's your medicine, we can hopefully not have to take any man-made medicine.
Yep, and you can rebound yourself. I mean, you can almost
Yes.
you can heal yourself. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be a miracle cure, but over time, you can and look. And what you can do at least is reverse the situation, and that's the start. Getting stuff out you. You know what I mean? We had an old saying. We used to be studio engineers in the music industry, and when people came to the studio to record songs, we had all kinds of people come in queue. And what was your number one? What was your number one saying, Art, about people that couldn't sing and all that?
Garbage in is garbage out. That's it. You come in, rolling out with that.
That's it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Say the other part of it.
anyway, look, we want. Speaking of getting rid of the garbage,
Yeah, we got rid of some garbage.
we want. Look, it's we busting myths, myth busters out here tonight. The last time we was on here, we was talking about football. This is where we were. Ravens #1 team in the AFC, Dallas #1 team in the NFC, and we all kind of agreed to that to a man. It might have been slight variations, but this is who was playing the strongest. So right now, the Mythbusters, I'm sorry to say it, Kenny, but they got to go. They off the screen.
You gonna do me like that live?
The Eagles. The Eagles. We was hot on the Eagles that they might have a chance. At least I was. Got to go. In the trash they go. So we left with those two. Mad shout outs to the 49ers. Mad shout out to the Detroit Lions. Q, we was talking about the Ravens. The Ravens look strong. Buffalo, man. I felt sorry for Buffalo. But they got to go.
Bye-bye.
They got to go.
Bye-bye.
I'm sorry if you was a Buffalo fan. It just didn't happen for you this year. You know what I mean? And I thought
it went wide right on him again.
Okay. And the Finns, the fish.
Oh, they froze out of Kansas City.
Okay. So we left with these. We left with the perennial champion. The perennial champion is Kansas City, and for the AFC, and we got the Baltimore Ravens. You know what, Q? You know why my wife wants to see the Ravens win? You know why? Because she watches a lot of TikTok videos and stuff, and on TikTok, it's these people that's in Baltimore. They do this dance. Y'all ever seen the thing I'm talking about? Where they do the slick dance? They mean, you know what I mean? She said if the Ravens go to the Super Bowl, they should do a special on the people in Baltimore that do the dance. You know what I'm saying? Kenya like it too, I guess. She liked it too. Anyway, what y'all think? I'm just talking smack over here. Audience, what y'all think? Margaret Nick said Ravens 49ers. Okay, what y'all think? Let's go around the horn, fellas. What y'all think?
You want me to start it off?
She said, "Move on from the Cowboys." I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. What you got, baby? What you got?
AFC, I'm going for the hometown Baltimore Ravens. I think Baltimore is going to beat Kansas City and beat them decisively. I threw it out there on Facebook 2 days ago. I really do.
You think so, huh?
I think so. They're going to beat Kansas City in Baltimore, and they're going to beat them decisively.
Wow. Okay.
San Francisco and Detroit. If San Francisco doesn't jump on Detroit early, hey, it might be an F around and find out for San Francisco.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to go with Baltimore and damn.
It's hard for you to pick, ain't it? That would be a good. And I'm gonna save something for the end if Q don't. Q probably thinking of it already. I know Q. But Emma says Ravens and Frisco. That's what she says. Turn ahead say Frisco and KC. Arden, what say you, brother? What say you, brother?
I gotta disagree. I would say Baltimore, and I'm going with Detroit, man. Going with the D, baby.
Yes, sir. My
Well,
brother.
you got family up. You got family up there. That's
Yeah,
I know that. I know
did.
that's
I
for
called
sure.
my cousin up as soon as they won.
I remember back in the day when the Pistons won a couple championships with Isaiah and them, and your family they came down here talking big smack. You know what I mean? Anyway, Q,
Yeah.
what you say? Nick said Ravens 49ers. What you say, Q?
I think, first of all, I think Detroit is going to beat the 49ers. Detroit, this will be the first time for them in their franchise history to ever go to a Super Bowl if they should win against the 49ers. And I just think that's going to be enough to get them so emotional that they're going to beat the 49ers in Santa Clara. So I'm picking Detroit. And I think Lamar Jackson's entire season, he's been talking about nothing but going to the Super Bowl. And I think this is his time. Sometimes it's just predestined time. I think this is this time. So I'm thinking Baltimore Ravens against the Detroit Lions in the Super Bowl.
I was about to say, damn, you changed up. I said you changed up quick in a couple of seconds that time. But okay, you got okay.
Yes.
So you got Ravens, Detroit.
And
I'm thinking, look, I'm gonna just flat out say, look, I've been a Kansas City fan, you know, a closet Kansas City fan for a while. Every time they make it to the Super Bowl, I always root for them. But damn them right now. I'm Ravens all way. I'm Ravens all day, all way. Because I want to see the Baltimore dance. And not only that, y'all gonna see the dance coming out pretty soon. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. Mimi know what I'm talking about. Tashia know what I'm talking about. Kyra know what I'm talking about. But I just want Lamar to win this thing, man. I'm tired of the shiznick that I see. He's just a running quarterback. He's not intelligent enough. Blah, 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 blah. The man ain't done nothing but right since he been in the league. Never been no controversy, no trouble. No. He's done nothing but develop and got better each year. Just because the man can run and got more skills than the average quarterback, don't hate on the brother. You know what I mean? Let the brother do his thing.
What's funny with that is that the last 4 years, 5, 7, well, the last 10 years, the black quarterbacks have been saying that that's a problem. Oh, they just running. And now, guess what? Everybody you see on that screen, what can their quarterback do? Run and pass.
Yeah,
You
right.
ain't an elite quarterback unless you can get something. If it breaks down, you can get it with your legs. All of the options.
That's what it's called. I'm sorry. The Baltimore strut. That's what it's called. Right there. I want. Y'all got to see that thing, man.
Doing all that strutting. I want to see you out there when they win.
I'm gonna learn this. I'm gonna learn the strut. I'm gonna learn the strut. No, but Kyra Wright said the same thing. They blah blah blah. I think it's about Lamar. They talk so much stuff about the brother, and I just love what he's done and the man that he's showing that he can be. He negotiated his own contract the last time. Am I right, Q? And he negotiated one of the highest salaries in the history of the NFL.
Absolutely.
Give it up. This is what I want to tell y'all. I'm just going to take Kansas City off the screen for right now. That's how confident I am. But this is what I want to tell y'all about the Ravens. This is what I want to tell y'all about the Ravens. They got to play one of these two teams if they win.
smashed both of them.
They beat the hell out of Detroit. Now, I know that was a couple of weeks ago. And they manhandled San Francisco the last one of the, what is it, Christmas night or something like that?
Christmas night.
So all I'm telling y'all, Ravens fans, you got a lot to look forward to. That's all I can say. Yeah. And if they win, who can I get to do the Baltimore strut for me?
Oh, Kyra gonna do it.
You doing it. You doing it yourself. And we gonna record you. You ain't getting away with it.
Huh? All right, y'all. Look, it's been fun. It's been a fun show. But we got to get up out of here.
Yeah,
Kenny,
we had a great next week.
Kenny, we love the hat. I think
Thank
the
you,
hat.
my brother.
I think the hat was super
You know,
dope.
you remind me of what's the Cowboys coach that used to always have one of them joints like that?
Tom Landry.
Yeah, no doubt.
Tom Landry.
Tom Landry.
Got his Tom Landry on.
No doubt.
Super dope hat,
No
man.
doubt.
Thank you. Thank everybody for joining us. We got a great show coming up next week. Y'all, like we said, is the livest audience on the internet. Thank you for each week for your support.
No doubt, no doubt. Q, what you want to close this out, or you are on?
Yeah. Well, I just want to say, I want to echo what Kenny just said. Thank you for being just a great audience as you always are. The next week's show, guys, be sure you don't tell somebody about it and be here next week. We have a great show lined up. We got Londell Owens, Terry Jackson, Jeff Yogi Brown, and Keith Colbert, and the four of us. And man, we're going to chop it up. We're going to chop it up. We're going to chop it up.
Key, can you tell them about some of the future shows that you have lined up as well?
Oh, yes. We have some great guests coming down the pipe, y'all. So y'all have to stay with us. We have also lined up coming on, going to be joining us on the show in the very near future. We're going to have Mr. Ron Adams, who is a fitness trainer. He's the brother-in-law to Gregory Harris. He's going to be joining us. Rodney Barnes is coming back to join us, man. And Rodney has a lot going on right now. He wants to talk about some of the things he has going on in Hollywood. We have a young man who I'm just so impressed with, Mr. Akil Leggett Jr. We know him as AJ, 17-year-old Annapolis High School student. Man, when you guys hear this, how powerful this young brother is, you're going to be shocked. He's going to be joining us. We have Bishop Antonio Palmer is going to be joining us, and so many others are going to be coming this way. So just stay with us, guys. We're going to keep bringing the funk.
All right, my brother. I'm looking forward to the fellas next week, the ball players. Rich history in Annapolis. Annapolis always had a rich history of musicians and athletes, as well as just brilliant minds as well in all genres. So anyway, thank y'all. Close out, peace and love. Thank y'all very much for joining the show. Continue support. Last thing I do want to say, on Sunday, February the 4th, the Knight Brothers Show has been honored as the first organization in the history of the Anne Arundel County Awards program that's entitled A Few of the Many. Now, there's been many other individuals that have won this honor, but we were the first organization to win the honor. In the show, the program takes place at the Maryland Hall in Annapolis, Maryland, and you guys are all welcome to come and say, I'm here to support the Knight Brothers. It's a free venue. We'd like to see as many of our audience, our supporters there, and we'll tell you more about it as we get closer to that. But it's coming up in about.
They'll be serving heavy hors d'oeuvres as well for those who may be worried about whether. Well, it's near my dinner time. Well, you can eat there, So, and there's going to be plenty of room in Maryland Hall. So we look forward to see all you guys there.
Right, no doubt. All right, so thank y'all. Good night, and we'll see you next week with Londell Owens, Keith Colbert, and Jeff Brown, and Terry Jackson. It's going to be fun. Kenny, you have a ball next week.
Oh, yeah. I got a lot to say to them guys.
All right, y'all. Peace and love. Good night.
Peace.